Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel with myself North47 for some more of the Golf Club 2. And today what I want to do is I want to start off this new little series that I was sort of hinting at a couple of videos ago. Sort of my own little sort of challenge series to run alongside the society events. And pretty much what it's going to involve is, if we go into the options, what I want to do, I've no idea yet what I want to call this, but I was kind of thinking something along that, just temporarily anyway, something along the lines of the 99% challenge tour, or not tour, sorry, I don't know where that's coming from. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to leave strictly for the purpose of time in the video, so they don't drag on too long with reading the greens. I will leave the green grids on. I'm going to turn off the lie grid. I'm going to turn measurement mode from precise to range. Shot suggestion off, show wind speed off, and we'll leave the putting marker on. And if we move into cameras, I'm going to turn scout camera off, so no zooming down the fairway or in on top of the green or anything like that. Leave approach and putting cameras on strictly for being able to read the greens. Fly over cameras I already have turned off. Follow camera, gonna turn that off. I'll explain why now in a second. Let me see, is there anything else here? Don't think there is. No, there's nothing else there. Display and HUD. So fade. All labels. Shot feedback. I'm going to turn this to distance only for now, but in future videos, you can let me know in the comments, would you rather to see that off as well for the extra little bit of uncertainty, I suppose you could say. I can turn that to completely off. I will keep the aiming reticule on for now as well, and I think that is everything. Just hold off, and we'll keep the ball trail on as well, strictly for yourselves watching at home. So the aim of it is, if you think about it, you go onto a golf course, you're not going to be able to jump up into the air and zoom down that fairway and get a look at, right, okay, I can land the ball roughly around about here and such, a counter for the wind, and have a rough idea of where you're going to end up. No follow camera, just for the little surprise of where did we end up. Because again, you go onto many a golf course, and depending on you take a dog leg out of it, there's trees in the way. Even if it's perfectly level, you may possibly not be able to see where that ball has ended up, especially for large uphill shots that you might be taking. So that's kind of the thing that I want to do today. I did mention in one of the previous videos that I will be starting it off with Pebble Beach. So this is the one that we're going to go for, the one with just over 17,000, just shy of 17,500 plays. What I will do as well, just for fun, I will turn on the handicap as well. I did play around it doing it this way last night, and I shot a gross score 10 under and a net score of 2 under. The course had me playing at a +8 handicap, so I didn't do too bad. Whether or not it turns out to be the same again today is yet to be seen. Hopefully the wind is pretty reasonable. But it's a fun little thing that I like to do now and again. Just completely limit the aids in the game itself, if not completely turn everything off, and just to see exactly how well I do. As I did mention there a couple of minutes ago, I am going to keep on the green grid strictly for time purpose, just so that the video does not drag on too long, because it will obviously take me that little bit longer to read the greens without the grid. So literally just to set up shots, all that I have, pressing triangle now, I cannot zoom down. I don't know if you can hear it there, tapping away on the button, nothing's happening. So we have circle, hole overview, that's literally the only reference that we have of the hole now. So that second bunker where I'm aiming now is roughly around about 295, maybe 300 to the start. So wind is slightly behind, left to right. So I should be able to cut over the trees here. Hopefully I did hit the driving range and the swing seemed to be okay. So let's see how this first tee shot goes. pulled a little left. Now I'm hoping as well, let me know in the comments below if you do want me for future videos doing the series to put the follow camera in. Oh, we went long. We are into the bunker. If you do want me to put, as I was saying, put the follow camera in just for yourselves, because I don't know how well the ball trail and such is going to transition across into YouTube for yourselves watching it at home. But if you want, I can leave it off, depending on how well it comes across. Now, what have we got? 75 to 80. I think I'll play. How's the lie? 97. Pretty decent lie once we hit it straight. So I think. Oh yeah. Also, then I can press R1 and get a little closer look at the green. So I think I'll, with the wind, I'm just going to slightly touch the loft down on this just to give it that extra little bit. I know we have got the tailwind. That has gone right. That's the other thing that I do like as well. You don't have any of the shot feedback, bar, no, I do have the distance on. But literally otherwise all you have is just that visual reference of where the ball is going, whether or not, did I slice it, did I hook it, is it just a slight fade, is it down to the wind, any other fact, but you don't have that 100% certainty of how well am I shooting today. And I went past chip, there we go. So I know if I press triangle here now, obviously it will go to that view, but we don't have the scout camera otherwise. For zooming down. Now I know the greens are soft, but they do play fast, so the balls will check up fairly quick. Okay, the other thing that I kept on messing up yet last night, should I say, was when you press triangle, normally you get to this view, but if you press triangle when you've turned off the scout camera, you go to this view, which will be normally after you press triangle, you press, I think it's R1 to get to that view. So I do have to remember that I have to press R1 after hitting triangle. So there doesn't look to be too much break here. It also a lot of the time doesn't tell you, oh, just crept in the right edge. It doesn't tell you what your elevation change is on a putt as well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Normally inside a certain distance it does. Also certain holes, then it will give you a precise yardage to the pin. Okay, so pretty straight away off this one. Ball should come a bit right back into the centre of the fairway. It looks to be. See, that's I can see myself now the ball trail, and I can see the ball down on the fairway. But as I say, I don't know how that's going to come across for yourselves watching this. So again, if you do wish for me to switch on the follow cam to follow the ball after I take a shot, do let me know. And if the majority of people do want that, then I shall bring it back on. So we've got 200 to 220. Will we go, say it's about 210, go in the middle where I am. Also, when you turn it off, the distances reverse themselves from tee to pin, from the tee down to the pin, so it looks possible that I'll be playing about 205, maybe 210, roughly in and around about there. So I am going to drop it down to a 4-iron, and I'll loft it up a bit just for the wind. And again, I do look to be on a bit of a slope, balls above the feet, so it should go left but come back with the wind, hopefully. That looks like a pretty decent shot. It's coming back with the wind. That's 205, so it's getting up there now. Hopefully we judge that right. The other thing that I do love about doing this is you sometimes you can pull off a great shot and end up literally right beside the pin, but you've no idea until you get there. And that's what I like, because obviously in real life, depending on your view of the course, the whole whatever, you may not know where that ball has ended up until you get up to where that ball, when you take your shot and you're watching the ball go through the air. That's the only way you're going to know roughly where the ball has gone. So that looks pretty decent there. This is a handicapped hole, so if we can drain this, we'll go with a net birdie. Give it the legs. It's tracking just short. Just short. So it'll be a birdie, but a net par. So we do move to a gross 1 under. Okay, so the next 2 holes are handicapped as well, and then the 6th hole. Try more so make the moves on the non-handicapped holes. So we've got 249 down to about the middle of the fairway before that bunker. Wind isn't too bad, so I think I'm going to chicken out and go down to a 3 wood. And I'll just put a slight little bit of draw on there, just to try and help it with the wind around those trees. That looks good. I may have pulled it slightly left. I did hit the trees, I heard that. That's the only thing. You still know if you've hit a tree or not, due to the sound effects. So we are in the rough. I actually did this last night as well. Well, we got 150 to 160. I'm going to call it in straight down the middle again, say 145. Yeah, I will say 145, playing about 146. So I'm going to take an 8 iron, just with the wind and the fact that we are dug down a little bit in the rough as well. I'll take a bit of loft off there. See if we can get this out nice and clean. Not too bad. Could have been a pull again. Then again, it could have been the wind, but that looks like it will be short of the green. Oh, well short of the green actually. So excuse me. So we've got 35 to 40 yards. Definitely going to take on a flop here, but I will put it up to the pitch and wedge. And I'll just touch it up a little bit. Now, I haven't warmed up with the flop shot today, so I hope this goes well. That looked like a decent strike, going right a little bit, but it's coming back 38 yards, that's not bad, so that's nice and close. Unfortunately though, it is for a par and a net bogey. So we do move to 1 over net and remain 1 under gross. Okay, wind directly behind. Should come up just short of that first bunker on the right before the green. Aim roughly about here. Wind is pretty much right behind. And that is a pretty straight drive by the looks of things. Yeah, just short of the bunker in the rough. So it's 40 to 45. Now let me see. Shall I take a pitch shot? And I'll just slightly touch up the loft just in case it is closer to the 40. That's straight at it. Checked up about 41, so not far off at all there. And we take a birdie but a net par. So moving on, the next hole should be a non-handicapped hole. We can try and get one back on the net score now. Of course it is this par 3. I actually just want to get this dry. So that looks to be 183 to the closest point of the green, directly between me and the pin. So it's 190, playing about 188. I'll drop down to, I think with the wind as well, the 6 iron looks good. Slightly touch the loft down, but I'm going to aim over this way. Just put a little bit of fade on it. That was a decent strike. It's coming around to the right as well. Now, as I got the distance, it is up and over, but it's gone long by the looks of it. Yeah, 200 yards actually just went up. So that is quite a long putt coming back now for the birdie. Looks to be playing roughly around about 30-31 feet. Quite the break. So I fear it could be just taking another par here. Put it out about here, just get it close. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, 30-35, okay. I think I put way too much on that. If my golfer could get out of the way, that is well right of the hole, and that has kept on going. Oh, actually it didn't look like it was going further. That's not too bad. So we do take another par there. No change to the score. Excuse me. Okay, so another handicapped hole, par 5, number 6. What I personally consider this one and number 7 to be, personally myself, to be the signature holes of Pebble Beach. So I'm going to keep it pretty straight. If we do push right a bit, the wind should bring it back. That's a nice straight drive. It is coming left though, so hopefully it doesn't go too far left. Where did we end up? We're safely in the fairway. This is the kind of thing that I was talking about. Like, I know obviously I do have the pin marker on, so we can see where the pin is. But the fact that without the follow cam, like in real life, you hit your shot up here towards the green, you're not going to know where that ball has gone. You just have your visual reference of tracking the ball through the air yourself and seeing where it's gone. You can say, okay, I've gone slightly right, gone slightly left, or I'm dead straight, whatever. But you're not going to know where that ball is until you actually get up there and potentially spend God knows how long searching for it if it's gone into the rough. So it's just a kind of like just a little added thing that I like to add in for fun myself sometimes. So we're playing 200 to 220. I'm gonna say about 200 205. Or will I go? Oh, excuse me. I'll go in the middle. Actually, I'll say 210. Up 40, so that'll be about 13, so say 223. So I'll drop down to the 3 iron. I'm just going to slightly touch up, bring it off to the right a bit just with the wind. That looks decent. It's coming left with the wind anyway. Where do we end up? Are we on the green or just short? On the green, so it did get right up there. A bit past the hole. So we've got 25 to 30 with the marker over the pin. It looks to be playing about maybe 27. Looks like I want to be putting it out maybe about here. As you can see there now as well, it is showing the elevation it's going down 1 foot, whereas sometimes it will not say that when you set the distance to range. So I want to take about 11 off that. That's going to be down to 16. Just have another quick look. It looks like it could be decent, fairly close otherwise. Did I give it enough is the question. Oh, just missed. Just missed it on the inside. So hopefully we can get it back now for a birdie. Take a gross birdie and a net par. Now there's again now a 6 foot, but 6 foot to the pin, but it's not showing what the elevation is going up. So just make sure to give it enough to get there. So 3 under gross and staying at +1 on a net. And here is possibly I think this is actually pretty much my favourite hole on the course, the par 3 7th, which is 120 to the pin, down 27, so playing about 1 or 111. Wind is slightly behind, so I'm going to touch that down a couple of notches, bring it over, just let the wind bring it over. Hopefully we judge this right. Come on, wind, bring it over. Bring it over. Now that's, the wind did not bring that across at all. It looks like pretty much level with the pin, just wind did not bring it back. So yeah, it looks to be playing about 11. Not too far out by the looks of things, about 1/2 to 3/4 between the cup and that line. No real elevation change. Come on, be good. Oh, just caught the lip. And the little challenge that I want to do is just try to finish, I just turn it on the handicap scores, scoring system, just for the added bit of fun to see net wise with my handicap and what the course puts me at. Can I finish at a net even or better? But otherwise, just pretty much go by the gross score. Now, here's another fine example of where you will more than likely not know where your ball has ended up until you get there, without roughly estimating by watching the ball go through the air. Strange sound off the club there. HB still haven't fixed that weird I don't even know what way to describe its sound. Oh, we ended up in the rough. So actually, I could have done with aiming to the right there. Okay, so 160 to 180. I'm gonna go again in the middle, say 170. Go roughly in between. Take off. It's down 19 feet, so 170. Playing about 166. So that will be roughly around about a 7 iron. But then again, look at that. It's dug down in the rough. So yeah, I think I'll play a 6 iron. Hopefully it's even enough to just get across to the fairway. So I'm going to aim well left just to make sure I can at least hopefully hit the fairway. The ball looks like it will come left. It is above the feet. That did not come out clean, and that is in trouble, is it? Yeah. You can hear the splash down there. That far too short. I should have played smart there and just pitched it back into the fairway, in all fairness. So a little bit of bother here. Looks like it's going to be closer to the 160. So taking off the 6 for elevation then will be 154. So I'll keep this pretty much straight up, just slightly touch the loft up on it a bit. And that has gone left. So this hole is not going good at all. I think that was for par as well. That stroke. It's on the green. It looks like it's only about 15 feet away. Just judging here between the ball and the pin. 18 to 20, not far off. Just on the edge of the green. Quite a bit of break. Looks to be maybe just about here. I'm going to call it that it's playing 18. Take out the 11, that'll be 7. So quite a bit of downhill. Pushing out that extra little bit for changing that. Oh, that needed to go out a lot more. So that is gonna be a double bogey, I think. And it's not a handicapped hole, so thankfully for that. But it will still severely impact the score. Yeah, so we've moved to -1 gross and a +3 net, so things not going as good for me today as they did last night, unfortunately. So pretty straight off the tee. You can see those bunkers, those two bunkers together, and see them just about there where the marker is. So I'm about here, nice and straight, hopefully. Which it is. I know this fairway does slope a bit left to right, but I think it's the, is it the next hole is the more severe one, where you do need to be careful. Yeah, I think it's the next hole, 10 or 11 anyway. So 160 to 180. Going by where I am there and that 173 yard marker, I'm gonna say that it's playing 170. So we'll bring it down to the 6 iron. Actually, no, not even the 6 iron, the 7 iron. It looks like I'm on a slight bit of a downslope. So I'm gonna touch the loft up a little bit, and then for the wind as well, and hopefully we can get this good. That looks good. It looks to be tracking towards the pin. Then we get the yardage right. That's 170, 171. Judge that beautifully. Look at that. 2 feet to the pin. So I'm just curious. Just want to have a quick look at the replay, because I believe the replay will show the ball. If not, I think I can change the camera angle. So it should follow the ball, which it is. So that was judged absolutely beautifully. And that's the thing that I like about doing it. You don't know. You can sort of guesstimate, I suppose you could say, roughly estimate, or throw a wild guess as to where the ball has ended up. Sometimes you can see a lot clearer, depending on the hole and the course or whatever. But it's just that nice little surprise when you do get a shot like that, and then when you look back at the replay and you just see how well the ball travelled between the club and the hole. So wind is slightly, it's minimal wind, so I'm gonna aim. That's what bunker is that now? It's got 300 yards down, so we should be okay. This is the severe left to right fairway. So once we hit straight, it will kick back right. So that looks like it should be good. $323 yards, so nicely in the fairway again. We got 130 to 140. No real indicators there. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go again in the middle. I usually do that. Go in between. I'm gonna call it 135ish. And then with the wind, slightly touch the loft down. Got that little bit of tailwind. Ball is below my feet slightly, so I'm going to keep it straight at the pin. And if the wind brings that back slightly left, that's tracking well by the looks of it. If it's closer to 135, 130 or so, it has gone quite long. Which, no, it was actually closer to 140, so that was a pretty well judged. And we take a birdie. Now that wasn't a handicap hole, I don't believe. It wasn't. Next one is though. So we are back to 3 under gross, but still a +1, or back now, sorry, it was +3, back to +1 on the net score due to those 2 holes. So hopefully we can get back to at least a net even to finish up the round with. I'm slightly left as the wind has picked up again. It looks like it's going to be close to about the 10, maybe 12 mile per hour mark. Oh, and I pulled that left. Hopefully it's just down the left side of the fairway though. The wind did try help bring it back. And we're safely in the fairway. So 110 to 120. That's up 15. So we'll call it again. Going by that 132 there, we'll call it about the 115 mark. We'll just play safe and throw it in the middle again. So 115, playing about 120 with the elevation. So we will touch that up a bit, bring it over for the wind. Ball looks to be fairly level with the feet, just on a bit of an upslope. So there, hopefully should be good. Come on, wind, bring it across. It's going to be a bit left of the pin, but hopefully not too far away. That's not too bad, 10-12 feet. Playing about 11, again in the middle. That's why I usually like to just throw it in the middle. You may end up being a little short or a little long. But it's better than going for one of the two and then ending up being a hell of a lot longer or a hell of a lot shorter than you want to be. So throwing it out there in the middle for me personally is the best option. Just a tiny bit more out, I think. I needed a bit more out, just a bit more out. So this is a handicapped hole, and that was the birdie shot. So we are going to be, if we can, provided we do drain this, going to be getting at best a net bogey. So it looks pretty decent. Come on, be good, be good. Oh, just missed it on the outside. So that is going to be a gross bogey and a net double bogey. Not good. Not good at all. But we still have a few holes left on the course. Hopefully we can pull it back. So we've got 7 holes left anyway. So if I can pull it back, the next 2 holes are non-handicapped, and then we have a par 5, so that's a tricky one to get on in 2 as well, because that has got that bunker, and I know this pin set, the pin is situated right behind that bunker, so it's a very tricky one to get in 2. It's 9 times out of 10 not worth the risk. So 209 to the pin. It's about 201 yards to the front of pretty much the front of the green. Wind is in the face. Now, do I take a 3-iron or a 4-iron? Is the question. It is 209, playing about 201 with the elevation. So I think aim it over a little bit for the wind to bring it back, and I'm going to bring the loft down. Just give it that extra few yards. Hopefully this works out well. Good stroke on it. Wind is bringing it back, but is it going to miss that bunker? Is it good? It's still moving. So travel 214. Are we on the green? I think we are on the green, hopefully. We are, but we are actually, actually went longer. Actually went quite a bit long there. So a bit of work to do to try and get this birdie back, or get this birdie and get one back. You can considerable break. I'm going to push it out about there. So I think the safest bet is to just get it close and just take the par. Looks just short on the inside. So pretty well judged. Hopefully not too difficult now to get back in for the par. A little bit of break on it. So we take a par. Now hopefully we can get one back on the next hole. So I say the 14th is a very difficult hole with this pin position to get on in 2 and give yourself a good look at eagle. Right, straight over these bunkers should carry even with the wind in the face. Pretty decent drive. A little left, but it is safely in the fairway. Okay, 150 to 160 again. Just go in the middle, call it 155. Even though actually looking there where the pin marker is and then that 149 at that bunker, it looks like I'm possibly playing closer to the 150. So I'll call it 150. I'll go a little bit further. I'll say 152. And with the wind, or with the elevation, it's going to be about 3. So 152-ish, playing about 155. And then that slight bit of wind, it's not too bad. Looks like maybe about 7-8 miles per hour. Just push the loft down a little bit. Ball is slightly above the feet, so I'm just slightly left. That's a good strike on it. It's tracking back. It looks to be dead on at the pin. Now is the distance right is the question. A little long, I think. Wow. We'll have to have another quick look at the replay again just to see that. If we get any shots like this where it ends up pretty much next to the pin, we'll have a look at the replay just to see how well that played. Because at least in the replay it does, the follow camera does kick in and go up there. That was dialed in all the way. Absolutely beautiful shot. I will not complain about that. So we do get one back. Unless I was to severely mess up there and somehow miss that. Which I think that would be grounds for rage quitting the game if I did that now. So we move back to +2 on a net, 3 under gross, and we are onto this par 5 handicapped hole. Okay, where are we situated? We're down there. I can see that. I can just see pretty much right underneath the aiming marker, just a touch of that bunker direct. That's that last of the 3 little bunkers on the left side of the fairway. I can just see the edge of that poking up. It could actually be a bit of the cart path, but I think it's the bunker. So I'm going to aim a little bit about here. Hopefully this drive is good. Oh, I pulled that left straight away. So hopefully, now the wind is in the face. Hopefully it is still on the fairway. We're more than safe, more than safe. So 260 to 280, definitely not going for the green in 2. Wind is pretty much all complete left to right there, so I'm going to play a 3-wood and hopefully this comes up short enough and the wind brings it across nicely that it'll be in the fairway just short of the green. Oh, not with that though. That's another pull left. Who knows where that's on the cart path. And that is now in trouble left of the cart path in deep thick stuff. And it's, oh well, we're on the driver. Let's say it is not sitting pretty. Like 35 to 40. I think I'm going to play a pitch on this. Yeah, because just with it is dug down in there. I'm not even going to adjust the elevation, or the loft, should I say. I'm going to play a straight up pitch shot. Oh, be good. Be good. Ooh. Short. Actually, where did I end up? I was off over there. I was well left, actually. I don't know what way that went. I've confused myself. So 18 to 20. Looks to be playing about 19-ish. Need to drain this to save net par. That looks like it could be good. Go on, turn. Turn. Oh, I put it out that bit too much. So it is going to be another gross par net bogey. Unfortunately. And the next hole again is handicapped. So really need to work hard now to get the birdie on this one, to not lose another one. Now we've got that fairway bunker right in the landing area, even with a bit of a headwind on it against us. So I'm going to pull over here and aim pretty much directly at those bunkers. That's pushed right this time. So that again could be in the rough. Travel 300. That's okay. 85 to 90. Let me see. Don't really have any reference apart from that 127 back behind me. We will go. We are on a downslope as well. I'm going to go with the lob wedge, and I'm going to touch the loft down a little bit. Just reset that again. Just touch the loft down, just to say that we are playing it maybe closer to the 85. If it's in the middle anyway, it's going to be about 87 yards or so. So with that bit of wind then. That's decent. How's it tracking? Well, it looks to be dead on. Went the 90 yards, and it actually looks like it's short from here. That's good. That is pretty good. It was only a short shot, so we won't waste any more time with the replay. Only if it's a 100, if it's about 120, 130 plus yards out, have a look. So we do take another birdie there, but only get a net par. So running out of holes, unfortunately, to get back to a net even. At least this hole is not handicapped. So I think I need to aim roughly about here. Hopefully, I've pushed it slightly again. So I don't know where this is going to end up. Hopefully it carried over and it's in that bit of rough there. It's moving fairly deep now. It's stopped fairly quick there. So it did travel out into the rough, unfortunately. And we're not in a very good spot here under this tree. 95 to 100. And it is dug down. So knock the, actually give me a look. It's a shot that I very rarely use, but punch shot is not it. That's how dug down the ball is. Even that's even gonna have trouble coming out, because I am right underneath this tree as well. So I think I will just play this, because it actually should carry on a bit with being a punch shot. I'm going to play this directly at the pin. See how it goes. It's a shot I very rarely use in this game, actually, is the punch shot. Now that's up there. That is up on the green. And it looks from here pretty close. Oh, completely looked at that wrong. It looked a lot closer than it is from back there under the tree. So a bit of work to do to get the birdie. Slight bit of left to right initially, but otherwise pretty much all right to left. I think I said that the right way. Looks like that'll be just short on the inside. It is quite a bit downhill as well, so I'm going to pull it back a bit till we get it good. I needed to turn. I went out way too far. Way too far there. Not the best of reads. So let's keep this, just push it towards the right edge. So we save power anyway. Okay, 2 holes, par 3, non-handicapped, and then the par 5 18th. So not going to finish under par or even for that matter, net-wise. 192, dead on to the pin. Pretty close, so 186 to the front of the green. So if I can land at about 188. What have we got to get there? How's the wind? Wind is pretty much right to left, but slightly coming towards me. Very slight angle. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me again. So yeah, I'll put it out to about here. Hopefully the wind brings that back. Hopefully I put it out enough. And with it being mostly side on, I'm going to keep it straight up. Even though it is starting to change a little bit, so I'll push the loft up slightly. I could have pushed that because the wind is struggling to bring it back. If it's on the green, it's right edge, otherwise I think it's off the right side. It is on the green. Just about. Difficult putt here though. Playing 20 to 22, say about 21 in the middle again. Gonna break hard to the left straight away. So I think we're just playing for par here. Put it to about here and just get it close. That's definitely got to be at least a foot downhill, so I'll bring it back to 10. Yeah, hopefully that's good. It's out a bit more just to be safe. I probably shouldn't, but just to get it close. Get your legs out of the way, golfer. I can't see. Missed on the inside by the looks of it. So, moving on to 18. Hopefully we can get up there in 2 and get a gross eagle net birdie and bring it back to a net +2 overall. Not doing too bad gross wise under par 4 under. So I'm happy enough with that. Not as good as I say as it was for me last night. As I say, I got a gross 10 under and a net +2. Not the case today, unfortunately. Now that wind out there should be good. Bring it back towards that fairway tree. And that is very good. Nice and straight. Wind bringing it back perfectly. It should be just up there, getting to know that tree. Not too close to it though. Okay, 220 to 240. Shall we go in the middle? And there's a little boy racer going past the house there. Don't know if you could hear that. I'm gonna call that maybe, what's it saying, 220 to 240, right? Got the 180 marker there. So I'm gonna say it's playing closer to the 220. Just between the 180 and the 288 markers. I'm gonna say it's playing closer to about the 220, 225 yard mark. So with that wind, yeah, I'm gonna play a 3-iron. Just slightly touch the loft down. It should hopefully roll out a bit. Slightly right of the pin. That's pushed right again. So that could be in the bunker, actually. I think it's sitting up over the bunker. I think it's in the rough. It is. It is in the rough. Just missed the bunker, thank God for that. But we will take a flop shot here, because even if it is closer to the 20, hopefully it will sink its teeth in and come back a bit. Just be safe, I'll just touch it a tiny bit, even though actually no, I won't, because we're only going to get a best 94% out of this. Yeah, be good. Just come back a bit. It was closer to the 20, or well past the hole there. It's playing about 14 to 15. Can we get this and save a net par? A tiny little bit more. Looks to be tracking. Oh, just on the outside. I should have left it where it was. Good instinct. I should have left it where I first had it and not put it out more. So it is going to be a gross par. Not with that. Oh, what a way to end it. Oh, that's terrible. So it's going to be now at best a gross bogey and a net double bogey. Don't give it too much power this time. We're in. So unfortunately that's a horrible end to the round. Yeah, gross bogey and a net double bogey. We'll have a look at the scorecard there just to see. So we did finish under par gross, but unfortunately couldn't keep it even on the net score. Hopefully things can go better in the next one, but I do hope you enjoyed that anyway. As I say, I don't know what to call this series at all yet. If anybody has any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments and let me know. At the moment I'm thinking, due to leaving the green grids and the distance numbers down the bottom right and stuff on, just kind of pretty much the 99% realistic challenge, I suppose you could say. Don't really want to say true sim. There's enough true sim sort of things going around. But let me know what you think. Do I need to turn on the follow cam after I take a shot, or does it come across well for yourselves watching it at home, whether it's on your phone, PC, or on your TV through your console? Let me know in the comments below, and if you feel that I need to turn on the follow cam for future videos, I will do. What else was I saying? Yeah, if anybody has, I'll say, any suggestions for a name for the series rather than the 99% challenge, do let me know. But otherwise, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit a like on it, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe. I am uploading regularly, both society events and now this little challenge series, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of them. And we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.